those of you who are concerned, I can confirm that aspects of Edwardian Britain are still alive and well. This is my village show with its tombola, the Victoria sponges and the heaviest marrows. Most of the silverware is doled out in the vegetable classes, and the skill and the quality of the veg on display can make what we normally buy in the supermarket look a bit plain. This is the show tent, and the judges have just left, so it's a little bit like a library in here. But I do have vegetables in this competition. Now, I'm not a great vegetable gardener. My land's too sticky and I can't really even get on it for about 4 or 5 months of the year. But I've been doing my best. These are my onions, which you've met before, just here. I don't think I'm going to win anything with those. And these are my cucumbers that you've met before. I'm definitely not going to win anything with those. These are the carrots, only 2 entries in this year's carrot competition. Those are mine. And you'd starve a rabbit with those carrots. And these are my tiny, tiny leeks. If there was a competition for the smallest leek in the show, then mine would definitely win that. So if I can't grow year-round veg, what I've had to do is concentrate on my staples: wheat, bread, potatoes, and big brassicas that I can leave in the ground and harvest all the way through the winter. You're not having a very good day.
What's happened?
I've got potato blight, which has literally just come on in the last, 36 hours, I suppose. I mean, they started yellowing, and I thought, because it's so dry, the leaves are dying off, which they do naturally anyway. Not normally this early, but it's been very dry. And I didn't come up here yesterday. And this morning, this is potato blight.
What does that mean?
It's a fungus, a sort of fungus, that affects potato leaves and tubers, potatoes. And it means that they don't store properly and they just rot. I mean, it's what killed, millions of Irish people in the 19th century. This wheat, which is pretty manky anyway, is being knocked over by the badgers, and what they do is they come in, they roll on it to knock the corn down, and then they start eating the heads, which are lovely and chewy and juicy and wheaty and stuff. And unlike the potatoes, I mean, I can do something with the potatoes. I can take positive action. I can say, right, I can get all the potato harms off, and I can do something to try and rescue it. This is a month away from being ripe, and there's nothing I can do other than wait. And it's very, very difficult to pick up because they knock it all down, so it won't ripen properly if it's on the ground. And they've gone right the way through it, and it's just heartbreaking. So from September I'm going to have to grow all my own food. My only imports are going to be salt and tap water. But what does a year's food look like? How much will I actually need? Nothing could be simpler. 2,500 calories a day multiplied by 365 is about 1 million a year. But what does 1,000,000 calories actually look like? An acre of land is approximately from the polytunnel on my left to the hedge on my right. Now, if that area, an acre, was planted up with pretty average cabbages, then that'd be 1,000,000 calories. A top Ukrainian cereal farmer can just about produce 1,000,000 calories of wheat off an area the size of a tennis court. A suburban back garden absolutely rammed with main crop potatoes would be about 1,000,000 calories. That's 10 or 11 sacks like this one. A bullock, a big bullock, would be about 1,000,000 calories, but the gold medal goes to the dairy cow. Brenda here is not a particularly big cow. She's not fed a particularly intensive diet, but she produces 3,000,000 calories every year. Hopefully I haven't put all my eggs in one basket, and there are so many different ways of planning, growing and storing food in a project like this. But there are plenty, some close to home, who think I've got the balance wrong.
Winter is not going to be fun. What grows in the UK in winter? Nothing fun, nothing fun. It's going to be stew central.
I think he's going to struggle. I think that he likes the idea that he's going to be eating meat and potatoes 7 days a week and it's going to make him happy because he likes meat and potatoes. But I think he's pretty quickly going to realise that he really fancies tom yum soup and, you know, a nice bit of grilled fish. And I think he's going to hit him and he's going to be like, you know what, I'm really, really bored of cauliflower cheese.
A bit late in the day, I'm trying to compensate by getting another crop of peas and beans in case I don't have enough wheat and potatoes. I've got those ones, which are something blanca, and these are cobra.
Wow, look at the colour.
And those would be for my dried pulses.
Do they dry well?
Yeah, both of them dry really well. The farming year is a circle. The beginning in September is also the end. It's a little bit like a roundabout that you can't get off because you're mainly eating what you grew last year. But where I live, there's a long period where not much gets harvested at all in the winter and early spring. It's the main reason why Britain imports more than half its food. I'm restricting myself to what grows on my small holding and nothing else, but I can forage in my own hedgerows. There's a whole sea of them in there. They're really tart. I don't just want to survive this year though, I also want lovely hair and a great immune system, and above all to be healthy and, well, perhaps to lose a bit of weight. My friend Sarah runs a local slimming group. She has volunteered, rashly in my opinion, to keep an eye on my physical and mental well-being for a year. But first I want to know what I weigh before I start. This is my before and after moment.
Hey, 2 off on last week.
It's all right.
Yeah. What you've got to look at it is a lifestyle change, and it's going to be a year. It's not just a quick fix. It's not just a quick, as people say the word diet. It's not going to be just like, as people call it, a fad. You're going to be doing it a whole year. So we've got to look after your health, your emotions, and also you might miss a few things as well. You know, as the year goes on, you might be fine for a little bit. And I know you're not a sweet person. You know, you're more of a savoury person, but you might actually start to miss, or your body might want sugar you might crave sugar and stuff like that. Chocolate. So you might find your body's like telling you, you know, you might get these certain feelings of, you know, what's this that you might not even recognise.
But I can come in here every week and have a moan.
You can come in here and have a moan, absolutely, and love you to bits, absolutely, Max, you can.
Your dad is going to go and get his favourite or most desired meal before the 1st of September. What do you think that go-to meal will be?
God. Is this like a question that I should know the answer to? Is this?
He's going to be, honestly, he'll be, and look, he's not a massive fast food man anyway, but he'll be Mackey's breakfast straight away. Sausage, egg, McMuffin, he'll woof that down.
You know what he loves? Sausage, egg, McMuffin. Like, that's a big one. He could get himself a sausage, egg, McMuffin. That wouldn't surprise me.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, can I have a sausage and egg meal, please, with a black coffee? Oh, darling, thanks very much indeed. See you soon. Bye. Tomorrow, the 1st of September, I cast off this little ship and head off for a year-long voyage of food self-sufficiency. My boat is a bit leaky. The barley, which we cut back in July, was actually okay. I've been able to get it all in and stored for the winter, and you'll see much more about that as the months go on. But my bread wheat has been a disaster, as so much of it has been flattened by the badgers that the only way it can be harvested is to pick each individual ear of corn. My sons, lovely boys,
we are no way near almost there.
were having a bit of a sense of humour failure.
Because you couldn't have found a more efficient way to do it. We're walking up in a row using our hands like it's 1245 BC.
Once picked, the damp grain has got to be dried, and I'm doing that by making big bags from the netting that I use to protect carrots. But I don't have nearly enough wheat for a year's worth of bread, and the weeds have taken over my veg garden. God, no. No, I'm not. I'm miles and miles from ready. And every morning I wake up and think, oh, I've got to get on with that, got to do this, got to do that. And no, God, I'm not ready. I might not have enough to eat this year, but every cloud has a silver lining. I reckon I'm in with at least a shot at being crowned Slimmer of the Year.